Welcome back. German luxury fashion house Hugo Boss is telling Chinese customers that it will continue to purchase and support, their exact words, Xinjiang cotton. Hugo Boss has come under fire alongside Adidas, H&M, and Nike over reports that they were purchasing products from forced Uyghur labor camps in that autonomous region. On China's Twitter-like social media platform, a verified Hugo Boss account said Xinjiang's long stapled cotton is one of the best in the world. We believe top quality raw materials will definitely show its value. We will continue to purchase and support Xinjiang cotton, and then in effect slavery, of course. They forgot to add that part. However, in an email, the brand linked to Hugo Boss, HKFP, said so far Hugo Boss has not procured any goods originating from the Xinjiang region from direct suppliers. So what is really going on here? Let's welcome in Stacy Washington, host of Stacy on the Right on Sirius XM. She's also the co-chair of Project 21. Back again, Aaron Elmore, executive director of USA Strong, and former Florida congressional candidate Anna Paulina Luna. All right, so, Stacy, what is it with cotton and slavery here? Again, I hate to point out the obvious, but nobody seems to care that a slave trade, ethnic cleansing, genocide is happening because, you'd think that there should be boycotts and picketing going on outside Hugo Boss and H&M stores, but again, nobody seems to care.
So H&M is woke. That's why they're immune. All you have to do is declare your wokeness on issues that liberals care about, and then you can participate in slave-mongering and everything else. And so look at what we have going on here, John. We have the Uyghurs, who are an oppressed minority in China. The NBA is silent on that. The NBA has not been canceled. You have Hugo Boss and H&M, two easily cancelable brands here in the United States, uncanceled because they are woke enough to withstand the scrutiny. Actual slavery going on from Libya into the Middle East, actual Black people being sold into slavery into the Middle East, not a word about it. No protests, nothing. No petitions, no huge drives, no huge, like a thing from Hollywood where they sing a song and raise money to try to free these people.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, if you talk about, let's just say you say something wrong, or you compare the current attitudes that are going on in this country towards conservatives and compare them to the lead up to Nazism in Germany, canceled. So
right.
This is about an ideology. It's not about actual care of slaves, slavery, human trafficking, child trafficking, sex trafficking, which are all very real in America today. That none of those things are really cared about unless the person doing them is a conservative.
Does anyone remember the Free Tibet movement? Free Tibet, the Beastie Boys were into that, and Richard Gere was all into that, Aaron. Nowadays, if you even mention Free Hong Kong, you get kicked out of an NBA arena.
No, it doesn't support the narrative of the Chinese Communist Party. And if we want to lean into this Hugo Boss thing, by the way, they should have been canceled long ago. Did you know that Hugo Boss made the uniforms for the Nazi soldiers?
Actually, John Gillum just told me that. He just sent me that direct message on Twitter. I was not aware of that.
It is a fact. And as a Jewish person, I find this to be massively offensive that they have existed this long. I'm surprised it's taken this long to be pointed out. They have a long history of treating people poorly. And of course, no one says anything. No one does anything. Yes, of course, they make beautiful clothing, but at what cost? The Uyghurs are slaves. They are often being sterilized. Their children are being taken from them and used for slave labor. They are literally starving. There are videos of them having their shaved heads and being put on buses and trains, just like in Nazi Germany. This is an atrocity. This is really very serious, but yet no one does anything because it doesn't fit the leftist narrative. It's sick, it's sad, and it's wrong. And people really need to wake up to what Hugo Boss is doing.
Well, speaking of Hugo Boss, I mean, we have this thing. I don't know. I've been kind of obsessed with this full-length black leather trench coat that Kim Jong-un has been wearing. Here he was at his big missile celebration in Pyongyang. Look, if you're going to be a ruthless dictator, I guess you kind of have to wear the full-length black leather trench coat. It's very on par. I mean, look at this guy with his medals on his chest. I don't know what he's done, but obviously a lot. It's the same energy that Hitler, maybe these trench coats were designed by Hugo Boss. I think we have the graphic here. Same energy as Hitler back in the day. I mean, who wore it worse, ladies? Wow. We'll go to Anna Paulina. I mean, why would, Kim Jong-un has access to the finest clothes in the world. Why would he dress like this? I guess this is the message you want to send to the world, that you are a ruthless dictator, Anna.
I guess. I mean, I'm looking at this more or less. It's very Matrix chic, but I mean, you look at what it's representing, and really that the company itself would even be willing to dress some of these people. I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, we know that our values, and especially I'm sure that of Newsmax, would never align with North Korea.
No.
But at the end of the day, he's trying to make a statement, and I think right now he's probably feeling very empowered that Biden has no backbone in regards to North Korean foreign policy.
He also seems to like the Austin Powers Dr. Evil look too. I think we have another graphic there. I mean, look, if you dress the part, right? If you're going to be a foreign dictator. All right. Enough of what I call bros on clothes. I have no qualifications to talk about clothes. We'll move on here. And it's time for my favorite part of the week. We got our meme team here today. We're going to go to Anna first for her meme of the week. What do we got here, Anna?
So I actually found this on the Babylon Bee, and I felt like it's something that we could all, take notes from. So obviously this is a reference to a very favorite book of mine. But, common sense masters of sword control never works, especially in fairy tales. So
this is true. Actually, a known fact that knives are more deadly, globally speaking, than guns, too, as a reference. I didn't know you were a big Lord of the Rings fan, and I'll make a note of that. Stacy, up to you.
So I love Lord of the Rings as well. But my meme is about reopening in California, and they had a few guidelines. Like you can go on theme park rides when the amusement parks open back up, but they don't want you to scream. And so there's a person in the meme who's sitting there like, what?
Yes.
How can you go down a roller coaster and not scream? And it just illustrates the nonsensical nature of what's going on, like the nose only mask for you to use while you're eating, or double masking by people who are already vaccinated. Or the reporter, you covered this, the reporter who asked Tim Cruise, you got to put your mask on, and he was like 10 feet away from him. All of these things are theater, and they make people feel oppressed and kind of like you're in bizarro world, like you're waiting to wake up from this stupidity.
Yeah, and I know the name of that woman, and if we can put up the meme again, her name is Ethel Killjoy. That is her name in the front row. All right, Aaron, here is your meme of the week. What do we got here? All right, I love this one. Reference to the Krispy Kreme donut for your vaccine here. Free carton of Marlboro Reds with proof of vaccination. Why not?
Also from the Babylon Bee. They killed it. So basically, we know that high blood pressure and coronavirus symptoms are tied together, but no one in the administration, Lord Fauci hasn't said anything about remaining healthy. Instead, they've closed our parks. They've closed our running trails. They're putting yellow caution tape around them. We're not allowed to go to the gym, yet they're pushing vaccines. So it's basically just tongue-in-cheek saying, when does our health matter? The only people we've heard talking about health was Jerome Adams, who was Trump's Surgeon General, and my Soul Cycle teacher, Sam. Otherwise,
well, I want to meet your Soul Cycle teacher. But I'm not doing Soul Cycle. I'm not doing Soul Cycle. And here's mine, best for last, of course.
You will. I'm making you.
Me. I hope gas prices don't get too high. And of course, here's Snoop. We don't condone any of this stuff, but it is a good visual reference on how high gas prices are going to go. How high. All right, ladies, it's been a lot of fun. We'll see you hopefully very soon. Aaron, Anna, and Stacy. Talk later, guys.
Don't get the munchies.
All right.